Hey, y'all. Jeff here with Jeff's Garage Unfiltered. And as you can see, I'm standing in front of my television. And today, being January 7th, I there was a situation that took place up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, that I'm really, quite appalled by. And there's several things that have taken place that I'm really disturbed by how things are being handled and so on and so forth. First of all, if you're the head of an agency, you should not be, commenting to the media, regardless, especially minutes or hours after a situation that took place until you have been fully briefed. So playing that clip right here.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened, it was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased. We're continuing to gather more information, but this goes to show the assaults that our ICE officers and our law enforcement are under every single day.
And so, first of all, Christy, I'm sorry to tell you that you were very premature on what you're spouting off at the mouth. Time for you to go back to South Dakota and ride on your little high horses over there. But here we are. This is the beginning of one of the videos that has been publicly put out there. And I want you, my viewers, to decide. And we're going to break this down. I'm going to pause this. This is came from All In with Chris Hayes on MSN Now or MS Now, whatever it is. But this same video is on all networks. So it has been very publicly put out there, and there's a lot of eyewitness accounts that, you, the public, and the viewers really need to make a decision whether this was a justified shooting by an ICE agent during what is allegedly, supposedly, an ICE presence in this community. Now, this community, looks like this residence here. And I'm going to break this down. This looks like a residence that might have two apartments, because you see two mailboxes. This one here probably is the same. They're multifamily dwellings. This one here is a multifamily dwelling. So it looks like a pretty respectable neighborhood. But there's obviously some ICE presence here. And according to Christy Nome, one of the vehicles was stuck in the snow. Well, the street looks relatively easy, easy to pass through. It might have been a little slick in the morning because the temperature probably dropped a little bit. There's snow on the ground. What froze or what thawed yesterday probably refroze. So there are vehicles that slip around. But regardless of that, you're going to see the accounts moving forward, and I'm going to pick this apart piece by piece as to what's taken place. Now, we know that this is an ICE vehicle. It's an unmarked one, but it's got a lot of flashy, blinky lights on the grill. And there's an ICE agent that's getting out on this side and one on the driver's side. So I'm going to move this forward just a little bit. And you can and Chris is giving his commentation, but I'm going to give you mine. This officer is moving a little slower. This one is very aggressive on his little walk up to the vehicle. And pay attention to the car. This is a Honda Pilot. I'm a car guy, so it's a Honda Pilot. You notice the brake lights are on. That vehicle is stopped right there, right now. And as this agent is walking up to it,
decide what you believe.
He's very aggressive in his walking stance. Once he begins to walk up there, notice the reverse lights are on. the driver of this vehicle, the 37-year-old lady that was killed, single mother, by the way, the reverse light, she puts it in reverse. She still has her brakes on. Notice there's another vehicle sitting here. Now, this is an all-wheel drive vehicle. This is a four-wheel drive vehicle. Minneapolis, Minnesota, they know how to drive in the wintertime. I mean, it's pretty evident. Don't know why this vehicle is stopped there. And that's going to be part of the, I'm assuming the state patrol is probably going to do some investigating along with the FBI. And hopefully these investigations are thorough enough and it's not just swept under the table. If not, if I was the parents of this lady that now has to assume responsibility for their grandchild, I would be suing the federal government. But that's my opinion. Notice he goes up, tries to grab the handle, okay? He's trying to grab the handle. He's also got his other hand on the open window. Now, they're probably hollering out instructions of what they are supposed to do. And again, we don't know exactly what this person is doing and why. But there's a lot of audio that I'm not going to cover, but I'm covering really, was the shooting justified?
In the immediate
Notice she's backed up, she's taking it out of reverse, and now getting ready to go forward. The wheels are now turned to more to the center. Just a moment ago, they were actually turned at to the left to where the vehicle was backing up. So she was clearly attempting to go out and around this vehicle. Now, just before this scene and that Toyota Tundra pickup pulled up, there was another Ford Explorer Edge, I think it might have been an Edge, that took off and went out and around. Now, you notice there's a third ICE agent here. There's also a person here. Now, in an earlier clip of the video, this agent was with this person. Don't know who they are or who this person is and why, but this apparently appears to look like a civilian. And keep that in mind, because engagement of law enforcement should not be firing when there are other civilians present that are not part of the actual crime scene, should there be a crime scene.
aftermath of the shooting.
Now, you notice, once this vehicle moves forward, this person, who appears to be a civilian, moves out of the way. You can see this agent is trying to move along with the vehicle as the vehicle is moving. This agent is just standing back there. Pretty smart dude, if I say so myself. But this happened to be the passenger, as this was the driver of the ICE vehicle. Now, pay close attention.
Shooting.
Okay, first gunshot was just fired. Now, if you look at the angle of where that gunshot was fired at, how it was fired, that officer, I'm going to guess because the vehicle was actually moving, that gunshot, and there's later scenes where that hit right in the windshield, just inside of the A pillar. And the A pillar is that front pillar that it kind of has a little blind spot. That gunshot came right through, right at the face of the victim of this vehicle. Now, does it look like that vehicle was actually aiming to him, as Christy said? Does it look like this vehicle was intentionally gunning for this officer right here? I don't think so, but you, the viewers, decide that. And then there's two more shots that were fired. 1, 2, and he probably was shooting back in there at the open, in an open window. And so this agent clearly has gotten out of the way. You can see this agent's moving this way. This agent is looking off that way. getting ready to draw his firearm. I mean, he's got it on his his hand down near his holster, but this one already has his firearm drawn and is now moving back toward the vehicle. Now, there was a report of there was an agent that was hospitalized. And as I'm sitting here looking at this, well, they all don't look like, unless the tire ran over one of their feet, didn't happen. I don't know where they would have been hospitalized. But
Yeah, Secretary.
here comes the fourth agent. Now, this agent over here actually slipped on the ice. If you watch that video a little closer, he actually slipped. So maybe he incurred a groin injury when he slipped on the ice. Just throwing that out there. But we have 4 agents, and now this car is actually moving off. There's actually 2 cars sitting over here. There's a white one and then this red one, and you can see this telephone pole or utility pole right there. And that's where this Honda Pilot actually ends up going down there. By this time, this person is either, how do I want to put it, is not really coherent or assumably dead. And there's later videos, and I'm not going to show it, where they showed a picture of the vehicle, from the angle this side looking in. The airbag was deployed because it hit the vehicle and the pole, and the airbag was covered with blood. The only reason that the airbag would be covered with as much blood that it had was if there was certainly trauma to the face, i.e., gunshot. Point blank gunshot to the face of a vehicle that allegedly was aiming at that agent.
Already clean.
Okay, so at this point, the scene has already happened. This vehicle is taking off. This person is moving away, not sure why, because then in the later portion of the video, this person turns around and then tries to head back to assist once the vehicle hits. So, everything happens so fast. And when people say, it all happened so fast, well, in this case, it did. It happened really fast. And so now, as you see, these agents are cleared out of there. Don't know why they're going this way and not that way. Okay? Law enforcement or anybody that is in a capacity to protect and to serve, now that a vehicle is left, you would think they would go towards the victim, because now we have a victim.
Motive for the victim.
Okay, and now as you see, the Honda Pilot has hit the white car, which has hit the other parked car, and it's on snow and ice, so they move pretty quickly. And then the Honda Pilot actually rests up against the pole. And now this person here, this civilian, takes off and starts off that direction to see if she could render, he or she, and it looks like a she, could render aid. This person, and she's moving at a pretty good clip, this one kind of nonchalantly. This is really what took place. So you decide, was this a justified shooting? Was it justified literally? Is it murder, or is it just a justified shooting? I'm going to let y'all decide. In my opinion, this should have never happened and it should have never escalated to that point. This person here, I'm hoping, is on administrative leave, like most officer-involved shootings in all the cities. Even though he's an ICE agent, he should be on administrative leave, and his badge and firearm should be pulled from him. And then continue on the investigation. And he should not have his firearm put back in his hand until the investigation is complete. That's my opinion, folks. But be that as it may, you, my viewer, decide. Again, is this a justifiable shooting? There's more to the story, because why is this vehicle here? Why is its driver's door open? there was allegedly stories that some of the ICE vehicles had gotten stuck. Well, if you had come to Minnesota, you better come to Minnesota with a four-wheel drive. That's a four-wheel drive vehicle. I can tell just by its stance. That's a four-wheel drive vehicle. Why is it sitting there off the road? It actually came from, it looks like, a parking spot based on the tracks that are sitting right here. But why is it there in the middle of the road? And whose vehicle is it? Is it hers? Is it an unmarked ICE agent? Lots of the story that aren't being told, and probably won't be revealed until the investigation is complete. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Was this a domestic terror event? You decide. Was this shooting justified? You decide. Again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.